Hey, good morning, YouTube. This is Rich talking to Pistons. I didn't do a video just yet about uh, the first and the second preseason game of the Detroit Pistons because since they was playing the same team, I wanted to kind of do a comparison between the first and the second game. In the first game, it seemed like the defense. In the beginning of the first quarter, it seemed like it was kind of a defensive battle who was going to win that in the first few quarters because it kind of went back and forth, back and forth. But the Detroit Pistons actually, excuse me, Detroit Pistons actually was hanging in there, keeping the lead, playing some good defense. They got a bunch of good blocks and active hands. But on the offensive side, that's where the struggle started. Going back to Chauncey Billups, Detroit Pistons, and Isaiah Thomas. The point guard is the general on the floor, and those two guys, with experience, of course, because they've been in the league for a good bit. Over time, they became more floor generals. So that's one thing that I can see that Killian Hayes will definitely have to be working on this year. This year is going to be a total learning experience for all the second-year guys on the team, of course, and the rookies as well. But that first game, Killian Hayes, I think he was in the game for over 20-something minutes. And with that, he didn't score. He had a few assists, but that was pretty much it. So for him going forward in this game tonight that they're going to be playing, he definitely needs to be more aggressive, going to the hole and commanding that the defense pay attention to him, because if they see that he's not scoring or not trying to score as much, they're going to start leaning off of him and double teaming whoever's scoring at the time, and that in itself is just going to cause more chaos on the offensive end, and more turnovers are going to be happening. And we saw a lot of that in the second game, where pretty much Killian Hayes was non-existent. Coach Casey, come on, man. If this is going to be a learning year for the second-year guys, he has to go out there. You have to say, hey, Killian, you got to go out there and be aggressive going to the basket. Put some pressure on their point guard, to guard you. You're 6'5", 6'4", 6'5". Put that pressure on them as well. Get into the bonus. If you need to, try to get to the line as much as possible to get that jumper flowing, and then that way maybe your shot can open up a little bit more. But excuse me, enough harping on Killian Hayes. All the Pistons fans saw the two games there. And not to mention, Corey Joseph. He's a vet. He in both games he was okay. But one thing that he did do, he did try to drive to the basket, try to cause the team to react to him so he could pass it out to other people, even if he wasn't scoring a bunch of points. That's something that Killian definitely should be looking at going forward. Still want to see some Saban Lee on the floor. He kind of got in, I think, a little bit the second game. But hey, this is a learning year, so he needs to be out there on the court. All right, so now to the shooting guard position. This video might be a little long, but I'm just trying to break down everything that I saw from the game. And if you guys saw anything, just leave a comment so we can interact together. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. For the shooting guard position, Josh Jackson. Josh Jackson's one of those guys that he has those good nights, and he has those bad nights. Defensively, you know what you're going to get from him. He's going to always be active. He's always going to be in people's face, and he's going to try to attempt to get some blocks. You know what I mean? So we just need more good consistency from him going forward. And then a lot of this, when Killian Hayes starts to develop his more of command on the floor, we can probably start seeing a lot more of those things start to open up for him. Let's see. And Cade Cunningham, he basically on this, this 3-game road trip, he's basically not going to be there. The news from yesterday that I heard from some other YouTubers is that he's going to be in the G League for a little bit to get some pickup games going, just to get back into the flow of things, and hopefully we can see him sometime this week. Crossing fingers. Let's see, the small forward position. I have to say, Saddiq Bey starting out the year pretty good. The first game he did pretty well. I think he had like 13 points. He had some rebounds. The second game he had a double-double, and he was showing continuous growth going forward, which is always a plus to see. So just keep doing what you're doing, Saddiq. Can't wait to see more of you during the season. Grant. Let's see. What can we say about Grant? He's the veteran on the team. One of the veterans on the team. So far, he's been scoring. That first game, he was scoring. But one thing that we notice about him is when he's scoring a lot, sometimes he doesn't pay attention to his surroundings. Because there was a few times that Saddiq was open for a three, or another player was open for a three, and he winded up shooting the ball and missing it, compared to when he had pressure on him, compared to just throwing it to the open man. So going forward this season, for him, his learning experience is judge the defense, adjust accordingly, and look for the open man, because you're going to get double teamed, because everyone in the league know that you can score. You was second in the votes for last year for the most improved. So that's your next step going forward. Let's see. Isaiah Stewart's going to be a good guy, man. He always brings that energy. It might not always show up in the stats sometimes, but he always brings that energy, and that's what we need for the team. He need to get some more shots up, and also he's always rebounding. He gets a block and steal every now and then, which is good. Just continue to do that. Olynyk, it seems like the second unit, when all the second unit people are in, it seems as if when we can get everything rolling like how we're supposed to, and we're playing good on defense and on offense, we're going to have a pretty good second unit this year. So just continue to build on that. I know that last game was a stinker. We got blown out by Chicago. But hey, it's a learning lesson. They did have enough time in between the practice, so I'm surprised that they didn't do better in that game, especially because they was going against the same team. So we need to see more improvement, continue to build on your defense. In that second game, your guys, the Pistons' hands wasn't in the lanes, deflecting passes as much compared to the first one. They had a lot more turnovers. One thing that I noticed in both games is the assist ratio. The first game they had, in both games actually, they had less than 20 assists throughout the whole game. But that's not good. That tells you that a lot of the times we're playing one-on-one ball instead of team ball. So as the team is going forward, definitely get that ball moving around And then when you get the ball, make sure you can try your best to get the best shot possible. It doesn't always have to be a three. Hey, go up a little bit and hit that mid-range or take it to the basket. Make that easy bucket. Cause pressure on the other team. They foul, you get to the line, score that way. You don't always. I know the analytics always say shooting the three is better, but don't die by the three. If the threes are not going, go in and create pressure. Go inside, hit those mid-range shots, pass the ball around. Let's do this, guys. It was also the second game. It was also good to see Luka Garza get in the game for a little bit. I think he was in there for the first 5 minutes. I was just checking out the stats, and he had more points than Killian Hayes. He did more things than Killian Hayes did in his 20-something minutes. So let's do this, guys. Let's everyone get on the same page. Let's play some defense. Get the scoring up, guys, and let's prepare for the night. Let's get this first win of the season. All right, guys, that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe for more future news, and hopefully we can see Cade Cunningham this week playing out there on the court. I know definitely he'll be showing some good signs. The team in general will be showing some good signs when he's out there on the court, but we'll see. All right, guys, as always, peace.